Getting started. Adobe Photoshop is a popular image editing software that provides a work environment consistent with Adobe Illustrator, Adobe InDesign, Adobe Photoshop and other products in the Adobe Creative Suite. This tutorial is an introduction to using Adobe Photoshop. Menu bar. If you look at the top of the screen, you will see the menu bar, which contains all the main functions of Photoshop, such as File, Edit, Image, Layer, Select, Filter, Analysis, 3D, View, Window, and Help. Toolbar. Most of the major tools are located in the toolbar for easy access. Image. The image will appear in its own window once you open a file. Image name. The name of any image that you open will be at the top of the image window as shown above. Palettes. Palettes contain functions that help you monitor and modify images. By default, palettes are stacked together in groups. These are the palettes that are usually visible: color, adjustments and layers. If none of the palettes are visible, go to Window in the menu bar and choose the palettes you need. Palettes color style. The color palette displays the current foreground and background colors and RGB values for these colors. You can use the sliders to change the foreground and background colors in different color modes. You can also choose a color from the spectrum of colors displayed in the color ramp at the bottom of the palette. Palette swatches style. In the Swatches palette you can choose a foreground or background color and add a customized color to the library. Palettes adjustment. The Adjustment Layers palette give you the ability to apply an effect to a group of layers in Photoshop, and then you can edit that effect later, while preserving the original layers. Palette styles. The Styles palette allows you to view, select, and apply preset layer styles. By default, a preset style replaces the current layer style. You can use the styles in the palette or add your own using the Create New Style icon. History. The History palette stores and displays each action performed, allowing you jump to any recent stage of the image alteration. The alterations should be created during the current working session. After saving or closing the document, the History palette clears all the contents. Each time you apply a change to an image, the new state of that image is added to the palette. Layers. Layers let you organize your work into distinct levels that can be edited and viewed as individual units. Every Photoshop document contains at least one layer. Creating multiple layers lets you easily control how your artwork is printed, displayed, and edited. You will use the Layers palette often while creating a document. Layer visibility. The eye shows that the selected layer is visible, or off to see or to hide a layer. Layer locking options. Click the checkered square icon to lock transparency, click the brush icon to lock the image, click the arrow icon to lock the position, and click the lock icon to lock all options. Layer blending mode defines how the layer's pixels blend with underlying pixels in the image. By choosing a particular blending mode from the drop-down menu, you can create a variety of special effects. Fill. By typing in a value or dragging the slider, you can specify the transparency. Opacity. By typing in a value or dragging the slider, you can specify the transparency of the entire layer. Layer lock. The icon shows when the layer is locked and disappears when it is unlocked. Double-click the icon to unlock the layer. Layer Options menu. Click the black triangle to display the following options: New layer, duplicate layer, delete layer, layer properties, etc. Some of the options are presented as icons at the bottom of the Layers palette. Link layers. Can be used to link layers together. Layer styles. If a layer has a style, an F icon shows at the bottom of the Layers palette. Click the little black triangle to see style options. Layer mask. Allows you to hide certain parts of the layer, which can then be revealed by using the paintbrush and the white paint color to expose portions of the layer. Layer set. This option helps to organize images with multiple layers. Click the icon to create a folder for several layers. Create new fill or adjustment layer. Have the same opacity and blending mode options as image layers and can be rearranged, deleted, hidden and duplicated in the same manner as image layers. Click the icon and select an option to create a new fill or adjustment layer. Delete layer. To delete a layer, select a layer in the Layers palette and drag it to the trash can icon, or select a layer and click the icon. If you use other Adobe products, such as Illustrator or InDesign, you should be familiar with the toolbox in Adobe Photoshop as it shares some of the tools from these applications. If you are a new user of Adobe products, you should keep in mind that you might not need to use all of the tools. In this tutorial, only the basic tools will be discussed in depth. Selection tools. Move. Use to select and move objects on the page. Click the Tool button, then click on any object on the page you wish to move. Marquee. Selects an object by drawing a rectangle or an ellipse around it. Click the Tool button, choose a rectangular or an elliptical marquee. Drag the marquee over the area of the image you wish to select. Lasso. Selects an object by drawing a freehand border around it. Click the Tool button, drag to draw a freehand border around the area of the image you wish to select. Magic wand. Selects all objects in a document with the same or similar fill color, stroke weight, stroke color, opacity or blending mode. By specifying the color range or tolerance, you can control what the Magic Wand tool selects. Click the Tool button, then click and drag the tool over the part of the image that you want to keep. Resize the selected area dragging the squares at the sides and corners. Click the Return Enter key when your crop box is sized correctly. Eyedropper. Takes color samples from colors on the page and displays them in the color boxes. Select the tool, click on the color in the image you wish to sample. The color box will display this color. Alteration tools. Healing brush. Corrects small blemishes in scanned photos. Select the tool, hold down the Alt key and left-click on the base color you need to heal. Then left-click over the blemish. Brush. Draws brush strokes of different thicknesses and colors. Select the tool. Then click on the selected area, drag to draw lines. Use the options bar to change the brush, mode, opacity and flow. Clones. Take a sample of an image and apply over another image, or a part of the same image. Select the tool. Hold down the Alt key and left-click on a certain point of the document where you want to start your copy point. Then, put your mouse over whatever part of the new document you want the picture to go to. Hold down the left mouse button and drag the mouse across the page to copy the picture. Art history brush. Paints over an image using the source data from a specified history state or snapshot. Select the tool, specify the brush, blending mode, opacity, style, area and tolerance. Erase. Removes part of an existing path or stroke. You can use the erase tool on paths. Text can only be erased when rasterized. Select the tool, click on the part of the image you wish to erase. Drag to erase pixels. Paint bucket. Applies a color fill to a selected part of the image or to an entire layer. Select a layer you wish to apply the paint bucket to, click the tool button, click on the starting point, and click the area you wish to fill. Blur. Blurs the sharp edges of an image. Select an area where you wish to apply the tool. Click the tool button and choose the brush, mode, and strength. Drag the brush along the edges. Drawing and select. Path selection. Selects paths and path segments. Select the tool, click anywhere on the path. Type text. Types text on a page. Every time you click the Type tool on a new portion of the page, a new layer will be created. Pen. Draws smooth-edged paths. Select the tool, click on the page and drag to draw a path. Click and drag the anchor points to modify the path. Line. Draws a straight line. Other shapes that are hidden in this tool are rounded rectangle tool, ellipse tool, polygon tool, line tool, and custom shape tool. Select the tool, click and drag on the page to draw a line. Additional tools. Hand. Allows you to move around within the image. Select the tool, click on the spot on the page, hold the mouse button down, drag to move in the area. Magnify. Magnifies or reduces the display of any area in your image window. Select the tool, choose zoom in or zoom out in the options bar, click on the area of the image you wish to magnify or reduce. Color boxes and modes. Color boxes. The foreground color appears in the upper color selection box and represents a color that is currently active. The background color appears in the lower box and represents an inactive color. 1. To change the foreground color, click the upper color selection box in the toolbox. 2. To change the background color, click the lower color selection box in the toolbox. 3. To reverse the foreground and background colors, click the switch colors icon, the arrow, in the toolbox. 4. To restore the default foreground and background colors, click the default colors icon, the little black and white boxes, in the toolbox. Note, if you are using the gradient tool, the currently selected foreground and background colors will be the default colors of the gradient. Thanks for e-learning.